Hey guys, Ashley Murray. So I get asked all the time, what are some of these real estate terms whenever you see things for sale in Hawaii? So there's a little bit of history about Hawaii specifically. If you guys don't already know, there are previously kings and queens that ruled Hawaii. For instance, like King Kamehameha united all of the Hawaiian Islands, Queen Kapiolani, and there's so much history here in Hawaii. So because of that, there are certain things that you need to respect when you come here. So there are what is called leasehold properties. So that's the first thing we're going to go over is what is a leasehold property? A leasehold property means that it was previously part of the Hawaiian Islands that the king had gifted to his chiefs. And the land was supposed to run with the chief's family for the family to be the stewards of the land. No one was ever supposed to own them or own the land. They're supposed to be the stewards of the land. That was the original purpose when King Kamehameha gifted the land to these chiefs. And the purpose that he gifted this land to the chiefs was because each of the Hawaiian Islands in each different region had different strengths. Like parts had strengths of agriculture, parts had strengths for fishing, parts had other strengths for farming and livestock. So depending on the region and where the land was on the island, it had a strong purpose, and all of this worked together. It was like a network, and all of the network worked together to take care of the island as a whole. So each different community had something to do with making the island more bountiful, more abundant. So when the United States took over, what happened was the United States government confiscated and took over the land that was given to these chiefs by the king. I'll let that sink in. So now what happens is that the state charges what is called lease rent. Lease rent is a charge that is each month, and it is a charge to rent the land that your property sits on. So I'll start from the top. Okay, so a leasehold stems from history with kings and queens, and you own the property on the land, and you rent the property that you rent the land that the property sits on. Property, land. You rent the land. Okay, so how do you make this into a property where you don't have to pay this stupid lease rent thing every month? Because it really eats into your profits if it's an income property, and or it makes it more expensive to live if you're just living there primarily, right? So the suggestions: look for leaseholds that have a fee option purchase or the fee available. What does that mean? It means that the fee, or whatever price they have for the fee option or fee available, that is the fee that they're charging to convert a leasehold into a fee simple. So we'll get into that. What is fee simple? Fee simple is just like common mainland purchases. It includes the air rights, building above, up to, of course, whatever your county or city ordinance is, how many of your floors feet. Property rights, of course, to build on the land that you purchased. And then also land rights. So oil, water, minerals, right? If you have oil on your land, you can drill. If you have a well, you can use your water. And if you have minerals, you can mine or dig for that, right? That's fee simple. Now, if you have a leasehold, then you're paying this lease rent, which is what the state charges you per month to rent the land that your property is on or occupying. So a couple of things that affect more out-of-pocket expenses. It doesn't matter if you have a fee simple or a leasehold, everybody has to pay a property tax. So how that is calculated is based on your tax assessed value. So per $1,000 of your value in your property, the state, the county, charges you per dollar amount. So say it's maybe 35 cents on the dollar, or depending on where you are, 54 cents on the $1,000. Whatever that is, whatever that fee is, whether it's 34 cents, 54 cents, 48 cents, that is how much they're charging you per $1,000 in value for your property, for property taxes. Okay, so that also differs from different zonings and different county rates, they slightly vary. So say that a residential property is not going to be taxed at the same rate as an agricultural property. Okay. So in Hawaii, how it goes is they multiply the rate per $1,000 in value. Okay, so if you guys have any questions on this, because I know this is a lot, go ahead and DM me, text me, call me, message me. I'm always happy to help with this kind of stuff. And also, just always remember to please respect the Hawaiian Islands. There's a lot of history here. There's a lot of culture here. And there is such an amazing sacral spiritual energy here. So with the kindness and respect of the intention that we are supposed to be the stewards of this land, I really welcome you to the island, and please keep that in mind.